Welcome back to sleepingdog.video. This is just, I wanted to show a wide angle view using my new iPhone 15 Pro Max iPhone. And this is, so what I wanted to show is, I have a top to it. This is my speaker amp box I printed, and all in all, as you can see from the view, probably doesn't show up on camera, but it's pretty smooth. This is all printed at 0.6 millimeter layer height and somewhere around 0.6 or 0.8 layer width. So because of that and being so rough, it's not meant to be a very good detail, but I think it remarkable for that. On camera, you can't see really any layer lines. In actuality, you can see maybe a slight layer lines, which is incredible, and I don't know how I exactly printed all the settings, but so I want to go back in and show. Let me now zoom in on my 5x zoom and set up my camera again. I'm using a Joby tripod, so it'll take a second, so bear with me. So this is, anyway, this is one of the side walls, but it goes all the way around. What I wanted to see is it's nice and smooth, but still, you can see, let me get it. See how this is a wall, but it's definitely, again, not connected to the infill. This is the infill, which is great, and I think I have two walls, one on the inside and one on the outside. So one, basically considered one wall, but you do it as two walls. And so this on the inside and outside, but it's still, I guess they're not going to fall off, but definitely they're not connected to the infill. So anybody that says, well, these are connected to the infill would be, can see, you see I can run my tweezers all the way up and down here. And this part, which I was thinking should be connected to the infill at some point, maybe at certain junction points, or something to get it so it doesn't, so it feels like smooth, but it feels like it's solid to the infill. Now, if there are settings, please let me know. Okay, I had to restart because I was doing stuff and I tripped over my tripod. Okay, so my tripod, let me go down here again. So anyway, in conclusion, this to me should be connected to the infill. So all of this as, let me get my tweezers up so you can see. So all of this, see, so this shouldn't be separate from the infill, which shouldn't be separate from the inside wall, in my opinion. And this together should be one solid. So you should have a nice wall, and then you should have infill, and then you should have a nice wall on the outside, which makes a great part, well, an awesome part. And it would, if it worked that way, and it would make for a, I'm thinking, that's why I'm pausing, because I'm thinking of something else that I'll mention real quick, and then I'll sign off so you don't have to listen to a lot of stuff. But this should be solid here, in my opinion. Now, the only other way I could see you could do it is if it's not going to be solid, and why it's not, we could have that discussion, which I'd like to know why they did it where it's not solid and connected to the sides. Okay, but you see this top? Now, if I could get this top to be a solid quote, top layer or wall, whichever way you want to think of it. But one of these that I have my tweezers on, if I could get this to print on the top here, connecting this to this outer wall to the inner wall and to this, then maybe that would work good as well. But that doesn't mean that the infill would be connected to any of the walls, even if you had a top piece on it. That would just make it look better and functionally work better. But I don't know why they're doing it this way or how to do it this way. But in conclusion, and my final thing to say is, I wish it would connect all these together and then have very smooth on the inside wall, very smooth on the outside, very minimal sanding I would have to do on this part. I'm not getting, as you can see if I can turn this around, you're seeing maybe a little bit of layer lines. Maybe I'm right there. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of over extrusion. But in general, it's pretty smooth. And I think with some light sanding and some painting, to fill in some of those slight blemishes, then it would be perfect. But it is, to the touch, it is pretty darn smooth. So I'm very pleased with it. I'm very pleased with how the wall prints and even how the infill prints. I'm just not pleased that the two can't print or, heat together, per se, if that's the a better term to call it. I wish they could heat and fuse together. So if anybody has further things to say about it or things I could try. But I think it's a great discussion, because I think if they improved on that, that would make a world of difference. But anyway, this is sleepingdog.video signing off. John from sleepingdog.video signing off.